Yes. Yes. We're back. What does that mean? I'm not sure yet, but I'm excited about it, and I hope that you're excited about it. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Boom! All right, what's going on? I've got my notes here to stay on track. I'll give you the short and dirty first, and then I'll just go on a ramble about it. First, I want to come back to YouTube because I miss it. I miss you guys. Making content was a big part of my life, and I want to do it again. What type of content? I'm not too sure yet. I've got like 6 new tunes, which are all done and dusted, and most of the content's done for that. So I'm going to pump that out. So I've at least got that, but I want to do more, and I want your help with that. That's the short and dirty. The longer one, okay, let's see. What are we doing? What am I doing? Okay, so I've been working for like 6 months on these new songs, and I'm super proud of them. I think they're awesome. Put a lot of work into them, as well as like the production side of things. I've been learning how to do all that and getting better, and I think I'm finally at a point where it's like doesn't sound too shit compared to other stuff. So, and then with that, I've got like the audio video, and then I've got like a lyric video, which I'm trying to make fun, and then I've got like a live version of it, and then I've got a like a song breakdown. So that's like 3 or 4 videos per song, and I want to release them every sort of like 3 weeks or something. So at very least, there's that, which I'm real proud of. So you'll be seeing me at least for that. But what I also want to do is make like long form YouTube videos. And what that will be, I want to experiment with, but I've been thinking about it for ages, and I was like, man, the way to do it is just to do it. So that's kind of what this is, me just jumping in, dusting off the old cobwebs, and getting used to talking to a camera again. So yeah, and that could kind of be anything. Like, I've been doing a lot of things with my life since I last took YouTube, seriously, which was, well, not seriously, but you know what I mean, like doing it all the time, which was 10 years ago or something. Maybe not that long, but I've been a teacher at a university. I taught musical theater, studied various things, philosophy, religion, worked as a musician, producer, artist, dancer sometimes, really bad dancer, theater stuff, all things kind of entertainment. And I've also done like a lot of human growth, so I feel like there's a bit of stuff to talk about there potentially. How to do that, I don't know. Maybe in like a sort of sort your shit out vibe, if you remember that show, but a little bit more grown up rather than just talking about masturbating in front of ghosts or whatever. So that kind of thing is what I'm leaning towards, but I'm totally keen to get your thoughts on that. Totally keen. What it's not going to be, that's something I want to talk about. Little elephant in the room. Maybe not for you, but a little bit for me. The days of making penis jokes all the time are more or less over. So if you're expecting, videos where I just repeat penis over and over again, as funny as that is, it's probably not going to happen. Maybe, but probably not. And I'll explain why. Like, when I was doing that stuff, that was the most authentic and true to myself way that I could create art, create things. That's what made me excited, and it's what I was passionate about. I thought it was hilarious. I'd wake up and I'd spend hours and hours making those things, and I'd be like, this is fucking great. This is the best shit ever. And so that was me being authentically me. Cut to, I'm 35 now, and that is no longer authentically me being me. I still think it's funny and stuff, but it's not like, if I was to go down that path again, I'd maybe make a bunch of stuff, not be that stoked about it, burn out, even if it did go big. Like, it didn't my goal is always to be me and present what I think is great and what makes my heart sing, if you will. So, and for me now, that's things like trying to help people feel less alone, sharing growth, sharing feelings, um, you know, that realm of things. So if you hear me say that and you're like, well, that's fucking dumb, that's dumb. This probably isn't going to be the comeback for you. So you know, feel free to stick around. But if you genuinely are like, man, fuck that, feel free to move on instead of being like, hey man, everything you do sucks, and go back to thinking about dicks all the time. So that's just one thing I want to talk about there. How and why do I want to do this? Great question, Matt. I'm glad you wrote it down on your notes. Basically, I want to get to a point where I can sustainably function as an artist, doing the things that bring me joy, but also things that are financially sustainable. Both as an artist, but a producer and songwriter and that sort of realm. And this is part of that. It's not all of it, but it's definitely part of it. And to do that, it requires, for me anyway, in my head, it's like, well, I need to show up, I need to make consistent stuff, I need to have fun with it, I need to not need to, but I want to reach people. So that's part of it. And I'm giving myself a year from now, pretty much, which I don't know if I should share, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Not to have it all finished and done, but to at least have the signs that something's happening, Like, so if I get to a year from now and it's still nothing, then I'll go get a real job, Another how is that I've noticed that it's not really enough just to rely on social media and like YouTube or Spotify or whatever, because all of that stuff can change dramatically in a moment's notice, and then all of a sudden things you're doing don't work anymore, and then your reach goes out the door and whatever. And like, I just think of people who are like trying to run businesses on stuff like this, which I guess is kind of what I'm trying to do, but more a traditional business. Like, it's wild. So I'm gonna try to like diversify a whole bunch of stuff, and that's probably gonna mean, I was never really that pushy with things before, I think, but it's probably gonna mean like trying to get my own database of things. Like, I'm setting up my website at the moment, and like with a mailing list, which you can join if you're interested in what I'm talking about and want to come with me on the journey. Yeah, just so I can have a little bit more control, you know what I mean? Rather than gathering heaps of subscribers and then not being able to reach them, or like TikTok, that's fucked. It's beautiful, but it's also like one day you can get heaps, the next day you can get nothing, and it's up to the mercy of algorithms and stuff to an extent. So as a more holistic approach, I want to kind of try to figure that out. But I'm open to anything, merch and stuff as well. That'd be sick. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at the moment. This is a little bitsy, and maybe not that exciting, but for you, but it's incredibly exciting for me. And this is the first step. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking around, and we'll see you soon. All right. Back in, yeah.